All right, guys, so WigShe reached out to me and asked me to review one of their wigs. So I went ahead online and picked one of the wigs that I thought would look good on me. And I really want to be critical when I review because I did see some of their reviews. Some of them were good, some of them were maybe not so good. And so I was thinking, well, you know what? I'm all about giving brands a chance. So this is my chance going to be given. So far, so good. When I went on the website, WigShe.com, they have a ton of selection to choose from. One wig that stood out to me was called the Chic Blonde Ombre Shoulder Length Invisible Lace Human Hair Wig. Now, I wanted the wig in the same color as the website picture has shown it in. It doesn't say exactly what that color is, but I wanted to choose it because I thought it looked really natural. I thought maybe the darker tones would be similar to my natural hair color, and that's what I obviously want to go for because I really want it to blend as well as it can in with my own natural hair. And of course, I also like blonde highlights. So I thought this would be a perfect color for me to review. The hair length I chose was 20 inches, and the hair density I went with the lightest option that they had available, which was 120%. So I'm super excited to see how that looks on the head and see really, does it look natural? Does it feel like 120%? And I also asked for it to be fully bleached. Now they did come back to me and say that they recommend just getting the lightly bleached if anything because it saves the integrity of the hair. We all know this. We've talked about this before in some of my other videos that when you overly bleach human hair wigs, the knots, the hair that's tied into the cap can become loose as time goes on because it just puts a little more wear and tear on the wig. But in my mind, it doesn't matter too much because I really don't like to see knots. And I know you guys know this if you follow my channel for quite some time now. I always talk about this. I just prefer fully bleached knots when it comes to human hair wigs. So it came in this really pretty green box. It's got a ribbon. I do think this is an important piece of the puzzle when you're buying wigs. I like the presentation of wigs to look good. Sorry if you can hear my dog barking. I think an Amazon package was just dropped off and they like to ring my doorbell and my dog goes nuts. Just bear with me as these noises may be picked up by the camera. I love how it comes in this really soft, it feels like silk bag. On the front it says WigShe, so let's go ahead and open it up. And I smell good. No, the wig smells good. I opened it up and the bag smells really good. And the hair smells good. It doesn't smell like too overly like perfume or anything like that, but it doesn't smell like a factory, so I'm not mad. I'm usually really sensitive to smells, but this smell is actually quite pleasant, so I like that. Now, I'm really hoping the camera is picking this up. As I can see in my viewfinder here, it's looking good on camera and it looks this good in person. So it's very dimensional in color. As you guys know, I love dimension in color in wigs. I think it's so important, guys. It looks pretty similar to the photo. I actually think it looks better in person than it does on my computer screen. Sometimes computer screens can warp colors a little bit, so I mean, maybe that's what's happening. But in person, this is really a beautiful color and I can't wait to put it on my head. Let's look at the inside of the cap real quick and see how that's been done. So we have a lot of lace. As you can see, this whole spot right here is all lace. It runs all the way down to the ear tabs, and look, they do have ear tabs. It's not velvet or anything, but I do feel a sort of stay in it, has it on both sides. So we'll see when we put it on my head if I'll need some extra support there. Will I need to glue it down? I'm not sure yet. I also noticed the lace comes out pretty far. On my hairline, I know that my bio hair does come out pretty far here, and a lot of times when I get lace wigs that come all the way down to the ears, I usually have to trim it back so that I can pull out my own bio hair, because otherwise the lace sits on top of my bio hair and it just looks kind of weird. You can see my bio hair underneath and it's just not a good look, so I might have to trim more of the lace off, but we'll see when we put it on the head. The back is wefted, of course, closed wefted, and we have the adjustable nape of the neck. It's not Velcro. You have to take these out and stick them in these little holes here. Okay, but it is adjustable. So Good. I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, and it does come with a wig grip. That was nice of them to include that. And then this is really sweet. They included a silk hair tie. Love that. Thank you. Card says thank you. And on the back it says, we are honored that when it comes to style, you think of us. There's a lot of choices out there, but you singled us out, and that means a lot. We just want to express how much we appreciate your purchase. When you are looking for something truly special, we hope that will continue to be the place you think of first. We hope you enjoy your purchase. I haven't had too many encounters with them, but every encounter I have had up until this point has been really positive, and they're really easy to communicate with. And I really enjoy that because not all companies are that way. The companies that I like to feature on my channel are that way because that's one of the things that is really important to me. And of course, I always want to remain authentic and real on my channel, and I never want to present a company's products if I just think they're crap, because I understand, like, when you're searching for wigs, it's hard, and especially when you're new and you haven't like bought a wig from a company before, it's like, is this company good? Is it bad? Like, should I trust them? Is it a scam? Are they just going to take my money and run? Like, what is going to happen? So that's why I do these reviews, and that's why presenting wigs from companies that I know, like, and trust is really important to me, because I want you guys to have a good experience too. I will never talk up a product or a brand if I don't believe in it personally. So right off the bat here, I think she's really pretty. I am happy I chose this color. I think this color is gorgeous. I think it's very similar to actually how I used to have my hair as a child, and then growing up. I'm actually getting like high school vibes. Doesn't make me look younger. This is literally how I used to dye my hair when I was in high school. This is bringing back some memories. All right, so I love the color. Let's take a look at this lace front. It's not overly plucked to the point where I think it looks just like a natural hairline, but I don't think it looks super stark with a bunch of hairs that's way too much at the front. I definitely don't think that at all. I think it looks pretty good. I like this part here. You can obviously take your finger and move it around because we have such a big parting space and so much lace. So because this is human hair, you guys can go and take hot tools to it, and you can change the part, and with the hot tools it'll allow it to stay a little more easier than just taking your finger. So I could go and take my straightener if I wanted a part to be like this far over, for example, and I could go and take it and do that. I think it's a little bit too far over for my liking right now, so I'm just gonna keep it where it is. And then if we go and look at the ears, I do feel an ear tab on both sides, and it feels pretty good. So I think what I'm gonna do is cut off this lace up until the ear tab, and then we're gonna see what it looks like together. I'm just gonna go ahead and take my little tiny baby scissors. Okay, so I cut the lace off, and I think it looks really good, guys. What do you guys think? If someone so chose to do this, you could always go in with your tweezers and pluck some of the hairs out to make the hairline a bit thinner, if that's what you wanted to do. I don't think I would feel the need to do that if I was wearing this out in public. I think it comes just ready to go. I feel comfortable in it. Now, one thing I should mention is that I did order this wig in a size small, which is the smallest size that they offer, because my head circumference is about 21, which is technically considered a petite head circumference. So for me, it was necessary to order the small. Now, it's a little big on me, and I am wearing a wig grip. So without the wig grip, it would probably slide off my head. Now, I didn't adjust the back. So let me adjust the back really quick, and then we'll put it back on my head and see if that makes a big difference or not. It does feel better now that I adjusted the nape of the neck at the back here. The top is lying a little more flat, but honestly still not flat enough to how I would want to wear it. I do think I would put just a little bit of glue, maybe like right here, and then right here where the ear tabs are, because although the ear tabs sit flat, we have this extra bit of lace that just kind of like flings up a little bit. Now I could cut that off. I very well might cut that off. if I don't want to go through the process of gluing, because this extra lace here just kind of irritates me. And because there is a stay a little further up, I could cut this lace off, guys, and then I won't have like this flappy thing. So I cut the extra bit of lace off that was hanging over by my ears, and I think it does look really natural now. And because it does have the ear stays, I think at this point I would feel totally comfortable wearing this wig out completely glueless. I would not need to put glue on it. Let's say I wanted to be able to flip my hair over back and forth all night long, then yeah, maybe I would need like a bit of glue right there. But other than that, if I was just going out and about and it was windy, it was just a normal day and I didn't plan on changing up my hairstyle, you know, mid-afternoon, then no, I don't think I would need to use glue at all. This is a look for somebody who doesn't want to spend too much time on their wig. And this is also for somebody who wants to be able to do a bunch of updos and make your hair pretty and do long braids. I can definitely get a ponytail in this, as you can see. Pull some of these longer strands down. I think I would want to make some face framing layers, maybe cut some extra shorter pieces in here because it is pretty much one length, which is fine. Like so many people like their hair one length. It's fine that it comes like that, but for myself, I like to have a little more layers. So I think on these front pieces, I might like taper it down with my layering scissors. I think that that's cute. We can definitely get an ear tuck on both sides. If I glued this down and had a little more security, I definitely can foresee getting like a top knot. If I was going to the gym or something, that's something that I could do. Right now I have all of the hair up in the ponytail. If you have some bio hair, just a trick that I like to do is pull some of my own hair out underneath, like these little baby hairs. Just pull them out and then it'll end up looking really natural along this line. Now, one thing I do have to say though, is I asked for completely fully bleached knots. They are not fully bleached. So I could go and complain. I mean, that's unfortunate that they're not fully bleached. You can see these darker knots. Mind you, they're not terrible. And I say that because I have put on human hair wigs in the past that didn't have bleach knots, and the knots were so thick, guys, that you could see them from like a mile away. But on this wig, it's so, what's the proper way of saying this? Guys, I have baby brain and I'm running on such lack of sleep. The words are escaping my mind. They're so thinly tied, like it's just like a single knot tie, that the knots are so small that really it's hard to see. I didn't catch that right off the bat. I'm glad I took my mirror and looked really close, and that's how I noticed it. But if I was like from here, this distance away from my head, you cannot see the knots from this distance. I'm sure it was just a mistake that they didn't bleach mine. I still think for the price that it's selling for online, I think it's a really good deal, guys. For a human hair wig that has hair this soft. I didn't even comment on the softness of this hair yet, but it is really soft. The thickness, I don't know, I kind of want to say that it's a little thicker than 120%. But it's not too overly thick where I feel like I'm drowning in it. And I think it's a good density. So I'm going to turn around and show you what the wig looks like on all sides. So this is my right side, out from behind the ear, and then an ear tuck. I'll show you the back. And the left side with an ear tuck, and back to the front. So all in all, if you were to ask me, hey Steph, would you recommend this wig? Honestly and truthfully, I would, because of the price point that it's going for online, because of all the options you get when customizing it, and the quality of it. Like, guys, this wig currently is selling for under $1,000. I personally spent over $2,000, don't judge me, for a human hair wig that had about the same quality, maybe with slightly upgraded cap features. But the fact that this one is under $1,000, the hair is quite soft and luxurious. The cap fits really well. I think they did a really good job. I don't think it looks too stark at the hairline where it looks unnatural. It's basically come out of the box ready to wear. All I had to do was cut the lace off. It has those ear tabs that I love so darn much that not all human hair lace wigs have. And not all human hair lace front wigs fit a head well. This wig does. I think the color is gorgeous. I think it surpassed what I thought it would look like. Online, the color looks slightly dull, but in person, the color is absolutely beautiful. I don't have any complaints about the color at all. I think it's just a beautiful wig, and I think it's for a really affordable price. So for that reason, and the fact that you can customize all these different things, you can get it in your actual head size. So like small, average, large. You can also choose your hair length. You can choose the hair density. I just like all these features. Guys, I love this wig. I really, really do. Do I wish that they remembered to bleach my knots on the wig? Yes, I do. But because the knots are so finely tied in, they're so small, they're barely noticeable, I'm not angry. I would still wear this wig out. I've seen knots that are way, way worse, guys, that I would not wear out and I would not recommend. But this one, even though the knots are not fully bleached like I asked, which I think was a mistake on their end, I still believe that this is a gorgeous wig, and still for the price, I'm still quite happy to wear this wig. I will put the links to this wig in the description of this video down below. Just expand it to find it. If you want to go check out all the different colors and all the customization things that you can do to this wig, it'll be at that website, at that link down below. I do also have a discount code that I can offer you guys if you end up purchasing something from WigShe. That will also be down in the description. I don't know how long this discount code will be live for. I don't know when you're going to be watching this video, but try it anyways, because if you're purchasing something, you might as well try to get some money off. By using my discount code, I will receive a small commission at no additional cost to you guys. So from the bottom of my heart, I wanted to take a second in this video to really thank you so much for supporting my channel and allowing me to continue to bring valuable content to you guys. Your support in even the smallest of ways really does help, and it really means a whole heck of a lot to me. So thank you so much. All right, well, that is it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time.